Okay, so you traditional music artists out there, you're going to love this one. I got a copyright claim against me. I found it was directly from the distributor. You'll love it. I had to remove a song. More to follow. Cool, welcome back to aidiY. My name is Matt. I'm the AI music guy. If you could take note of the charity I support with the John Fawcett Foundation. John Fawcett Foundation goes to remote villages in Indonesia to do cataract surgery. They bring out basically remote hospitals way out there and they do cataract surgery. It's multi-generational fix. I've been out there to watch their amazing work in action, and it's a fantastic thing. If you can donate through my website or directly through the John Fawcett Foundation, that'd be fantastic. Today I want to talk about a particular distribution platform called Amuse. Now, I'll just go through the story of it. I do a 5 featured artists every week with AI artists. I get permission to feature their songs, and every once in a while I'll get a copyright claim on it. And it just says it's the only thing I can't do is monetize the thing. That's fine. I just leave it up there. The point is to feature these artists. This time I decided, you know what? I will go, because what happens is it comes up on YouTube, right? YouTube goes copyright claim. It's not really going to matter all that much. Just know that it's there. You can't monetize this video because of it. But this time I'm like, you know what? These are starting to gather. I'm getting to the point of monetization, and I want all my videos to be monetized if possible. I didn't want to remove any songs. So I went in and I made the copyright claim. I went into where I keep the list of permission, where the artist will contact me. They'll have a link to the song, the tick marks that say, please, yes, you have permission. Anyway, I took that, put it into YouTube, pushed it out. YouTube said, okay, thanks for your information. You'll hear back from us within 30 days. And the result of that was 10 minutes later, it said the artist, and it actually mentioned the artist by name, has declined to allow you to, they're basically backing their claim. That being said, I went in, when I looked at the video itself, it said it was distributed by Amuse. Now, I went to the Facebook pages. I said, is anybody having trouble with these? And if you look at their Facebook page, they're having trouble. And if you look at Reddit's saying like different thing about payments. What you'll need to know about Amuse compared to some of the other distribution platforms that I've mentioned, specifically DistroKid. And I'll just explain to you what a distribution platform is. So you want to take your music and publish it out to Spotify and Apple Music and Deezer and all these other sort of platforms. You do it through a distribution platform. Historically, I've talked about DistroKid specifically because that's what I use, and that's the most popular distribution platform. This particular person is using Amuse. Now, it was pointed out to me, and I went into the terms of service, and the terms of service specifically say in very strict terms, and even when they summarize their terms of service, no AI music whatsoever. So I don't think that's the reason it got knocked back. I think they just ticked and flicked, said, oh, it's a copyright claim, whatever, not even going to read that they had permission. And it might even be that once you put it out through that platform, you don't have a lot of control anyway because you're trusting them to do it. But Amuse, if you're following this channel, likely you do AI music as your main source of either entertainment or hopefully a future income, or for whatever reason you do it. And we often talk about distribution platforms. And at the moment, DistroKid, there's no policy against it. They just go by whatever the streaming platform says. If the streaming platform doesn't want to have AI music and they flag your song as AI music, DistroKid will remove it. And there have been situations where people are coming out saying, DistroKid's removing my AI music because it's AI music, blah, blah, blah. Dig into a little bit further. Different platforms like DistroKid, the reason being is because of the AI artists are there specifically and intentionally mimicking an actual artist that's out there, or they're naming their band very similar. Instead of Taylor Swift, it might be Schmiller Flift or something, and it could sound exactly like her or whatever. So that's the reason. There's a lot of reasons that they come down. There's a lot of reasons, and they won't always tell you the reason why. But all my stuff is AI music distributed through DistroKid. I haven't had any problem. But specifically, Amuse, in the terms of service, says no AI music. And you want to look at some of the platforms that do, or maybe a little bit more friendly. And I'll tell you some of those. So let me just bring up the list right now that I'm being told is AI friendly depending on meta tags, depending on how you use it, how clean it is, how good. Now, this could change overnight. So some of the ones that have indicated that are AI friendly for AI music distribution are things like TuneCore. TuneCore has actively engaged with AI music creation and supports artists utilizing AI technologies. They've partnered with CreateSafe and Grimes to enable creators to use Grimes AI, which is a generative AI version of Grimes' voice. In their original material, the collaboration underscores TuneCore's commitment to integrating AI tools to enhance human creativity. Another one is SoundOn by TikTok. SoundOn recognizes the transformative potential of AI in music creation. They highlight that by leveraging AI through platforms like SoundOn, artists can gain valuable resources. SoundOn recognizes the transformative potential of AI in music creation. They highlight that by leveraging AI through platforms like SoundOn, artists can gain valuable exposure and new access to revenue streams. This perspective emphasizes SoundOn's support for artists incorporating AI into their creative processes. Don't kill me if I say this wrong, but I think it's Vidya. Their official policy on AI-generated content are not explicitly detailed. Their platform focuses on advanced rights management and content distribution. They emphasize empowering creators to control how their content is handled across the web, suggesting a flexible approach that could accommodate AI-generated works. So it's not explicitly stated. Cool. Now that brings us to STEM. STEM offers a platform tailored for artists and labels, providing tools for content management distribution. So we'll go with those two. There's a couple more that are iffy, but those are ones you might want to look at. Like I said, I use DistroKid. I haven't had a problem. There's nothing that explicitly states. There's a little bit of muttering and murmuring around there whether they don't support it, but DistroKid is very much supportive of whatever you put there, as long as the platforms you're putting out to, like Spotify and Apple and all that. And Apple has pretty strict terms around it. As long as the streaming platforms are for it, DistroKid does not give a crap. But that's at the time of this filming. But I wouldn't imagine that they'd care regardless, because they're just pushing it out, right? If the streaming platforms want it, then of course they're going to provide. I want to make one more final point into this Amuse thing, and particularly why, if you're an AI artist, you shouldn't even be playing around. For one thing, there's other alternatives. Amuse is based on, their terms are very much within Swedish law, or they're basing their terms in Sweden. Right now, GEMA, who is an artist protector organization, we'll call them GEMA, has launched a lawsuit against Suno, which is an additional lawsuit on top of what they already have with, say, like Suno or Sony. So now you're talking about in Europe, there's a double whammy. You're taking multiple risks. So GEMA is basically representing artists who feel that Suno has somehow violated their things, and that just goes on top of the lawsuit that already happens. So you're looking at, in Europe, if you go there and you're trying to impersonate an artist or you're intentionally doing that, the point anyway, there's other distribution platforms to use. I wouldn't go using them. If you like this content and you find it valuable, just keep in mind I'm trying to attract experts in this industry onto this channel, and the more you subscribe, the more likely it is that I will look like an authentic, awesome, well-versed person that they'll want to be interviewed by to provide you guys with information. So if you can subscribe below, follow along, leave comments there, that'd be fantastic. And you guys, if you can comment below what you feel about this, the experiences that you've had with different distributions. I know people have been talking about DistroKid, like I said, blocking AI music. I don't think that's technically correct. I think that they're blocking people for other things you just happen to be AI music. Anybody have any luck with any other distribution platforms? I'd appreciate that feedback as well. Great. I want to thank everybody for watching this through. I hope you found it valuable, and we'll catch you for the next one.